Hi friends, I'm Kris. This is Through the Prism of Chrism, and we're starting a new week, a new series, and I'm titling it F-Bombs. That's right, you heard me right, F-Bombs. Why? Because they're explosive and they're F-words, words like freedom and faith and forging ahead. You know, the Apostle Paul said in Philippians 3, verse 13 and 14, forgetting, there's a good F-word, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth. There's another one. To those things which are before, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. I've got 12 F-bombs for the next 12 days, and the first is fix your focus. As long as Peter had his eyes focused on Jesus, you remember he walked on the water, but when he got out of focus, he began to sink. And a lot of people wonder, why do I feel like my life is sinking inside? It might be because you've lost focus. So if you've got time, think of 5 points today. Number 1, you'll never reach destiny looking back at history. Before Moses could move into the promised land, he first had to forsake and forget the old life of Egypt. But the problem was everybody else was looking back at the garlic and the leeks and the onions of the old life. And come on, try some of that. That'll give you bad breath. Moses in Hebrews 11, by faith, saw the invisible God. He was focused, okay? Number 2, if you chase 2 rabbits, both of them will escape. The coyote that gets greedy and thinks I'm going to catch 2 rabbits doesn't catch either, because you can only trail one at a time. A double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways, James 1 and 8. And Jesus said that no man can serve 2 masters. You can't serve God and self or God and pleasure. You can only have one Lord. That's why in college we speak of a major and then we speak of a minor. But the key is major on the majors and minor on the minors, and make sure that you don't get the 2 crisscrossed, okay? Number 3, and this is a Thomas Fuller statement. He said, he that is everywhere is nowhere. I said, he that is everywhere is nowhere. If I say Tiger Woods, you think golf. If I say Henry Ford, you think cars. If I say Thomas Edison, you think the incandescent light bulb. If I say Hillary Clinton, you think email scandals. Listen, everybody's got to have one supreme predominant thought, one fixation. Okay? Number 4, our focus confuses the enemy. Do you realize the devil's used that tactic our entire lives? That is, get people distracted and you can get people defeated. Why don't we turn that against the enemy? You know, when the lion tamer goes into the ring, he takes a 3-legged stool with him and sticks that up in the lion's face, and the lion gets frozen and paralyzed because he's looking at all of these different legs that are attacking him. He can't focus. You know, 1 Peter 5 and 8 says, your adversary, the devil, like a roaring lion, goes about seeking whom he may devour. Why don't you just confuse him and do it by remaining focused and resolute on the things of God? Number 5, my last point. When you simplify, then you amplify. How many of you need to amplify your efforts, amplify your success rate, amplify your victories? Well, the way you do it is to simplify. This Bible, somebody says, man, that's too complex. No, 66 books, but the basic thread of revelation through this Bible is really very simple. And you need to do the same thing. If you can't write your mission statement on the back of a business card, then you've got too complicated. Paul said, this one thing I do, not these 50 things I dabble in. Listen, until you become a doer and not a dabbler, you're never going to find success. Fix your focus. Let me close with a story. My little brother Pat went to a new school, tried out for track, and was running in the 100-meter dash when he was looking at Scott's feet as Scott crossed the goal line. Now, everybody said Scott's the fastest, and Pat got that in his head. At supper that night, Dad said, son, if you get your eyes off his feet and get your eyes on the finish line, I think you'd have a better chance of winning. Well, the next Friday, they're having a track meet, and sure enough, in the 100-yard sprint, at the 50-yard line, Pat is looking at Scott's feet. Dad said, son, lift up your eyes to the goal and run. And when he heard the encouragement of Dad's voice, he lifted up his eyes and ran and beat Scott by a couple of paces. And I don't think he lost another race that whole year. I don't remember. Well, the key is fix your focus. So I need you to help me out this week. Will you do this? Why don't you drop some F-bombs on some friends of yours? That is, share this with everybody you think that needs a good encouraging word on forgetting the past and reaching to the future with a capital F. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.